Welcome to Meet the Professionals. I'm your host, Joleen Benoit. How many of you watching today know someone who has a problem with stuttering? Stuttering affects not only children, but teenagers and adults as well. Now, for the person who stutters, life can be frustrating, embarrassing, and truly debilitating if not treated properly. With us today is Jennifer Connolly. She is a certified speech pathologist who is achieving amazing results with her patients who suffer from stuttering and other speech disorders like oral myofunctional disorder, which is a disorder of swallowing. Is that correct, Jennifer?
That's correct.
Great to have you joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our guest. We're really happy that you're here. Now, you are a certified speech pathologist, at this for 17 years. Congratulations on that length of time. What causes stuttering, Jennifer?
Well, that is the million-dollar question. With all the research out there, we still don't know. We do know that about 60% of our stuttering population are predisposed in a genetic way. So they have a father, a grandfather, an uncle, typically in the male line, who also stutters. We know that the neurophysiology of the brain is a little bit different in stutterers than non-stutterers. And of course, the environment of the home can exacerbate someone who's predisposed to stuttering.
And what do you mean by the environment of the home?
If it's very competitive, if it's very chaotic, if there's a lot of interrupting, that sort of thing.
More kids and adults with stuttering?
Well, they all start out as children.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
So if they don't grow out of it, then they become adult stutterers in that sense.
Does it actually go away on its own sometimes?
Only if it's what I would call developmental stuttering. So around that age 2, age 3.5, if they don't grow out of it after that, then they may develop into stutters.
Okay. At what point in time, if I'm a parent and I have a child who stutters, at what point in time should I consult someone in your capacity, a speech pathologist?
To be honest with you, whenever you're concerned.
Okay.
All right. The speech pathologist will be able to say, don't worry, go home, relax, or, you know what, I think we have a legitimate concern here. Certainly if the child is displaying what we call secondaries, you know, beating his head, stomping his foot, if there is struggle behavior, I would definitely call a speech pathologist, but at any time, because part of our job is to put the family at ease as well.
That's so sad when you hear that, because it really does have to be so frustrating for kids to try and get along with their peers when that's going on. Has the world of medicine tried to treat stuttering with medication, Jennifer?
Yes, more in the past than now, because we have become more educated, but there are certainly, you know, the history of the medication to relax the patient. And of course we know that it's not an emotional issue. It's not a nervous issue, so these medications are of no help. Really.
Now, you're dealing with some other speech disorders as well, and one of those that I'd actually honestly not heard of is the tongue thrusting or oral myofunctional disorder. What is that? What causes that? Thank you.
Very good. What causes that is typically an obstructed airway, or it could be a long-term digit habit. So if the patient has a history of chronic ear infections, enlarged tonsils, enlarged adenoids, chronic allergies, anything that restricts the posterior airway and causes that patient to posture the tongue forward so that that tongue is then resting and pushing against the teeth will cause a tongue thrust.
And what are the results of it? Does it make it hard for them to breathe or to speak? Or
well, the occlusion obviously makes it hard. The tongue thrust itself is damaging to the bite. So these patients are typically orthodontic patients where their bite will not close down because that tongue is prying the teeth apart. Maybe they have what's called an overjet where they're pushing the teeth forward.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jennifer, for joining us on Meet the Professionals today. We so appreciate you being our guest. Thanks for being here. If you would like to make an appointment to see our guest, Jennifer Connolly, certified speech pathologist, call 952-881-0000 or go to the website at verbaldesignservices.com. And we will see you next time right here on Meet the Professionals.